Hello. All right. I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of the meme image analysis you're doing tonight for homework. And for the sake of this walkthrough, I'm using an image from the slideshow where you get to pick one. And this is one you won't pick. It says in there, don't pick it. Okay? But I will walk you through the 4 questions and how I would think about it if I was doing this assignment. So on your sheet, which is also available digitally in Schoology, but I thought having it printed out where you can just look at the picture on your iPad made sense. But if you want to do it digitally, that's fine. On the sheet, the first question is asking, what's it about? What is the post's goal? What do they want the viewer to think or believe? So as I'm looking at this, I see an image. Bernie Sanders says, Clinton Foundation is a problem. Now, I know this is from the last election, and that the Clinton Foundation was something that Hillary Clinton was getting criticized for a lot. So I see that, and here it says, if you ask me about the Clinton Foundation, do I have a problem when a sitting Secretary of State in a foundation run by her husband collects many millions of dollars from foreign governments, many governments which are dictatorships? Yeah, I do, Sanders said to Jake Tapper. And the person says, so Bernie has a point. I appreciate the way he maintains his independent opinion. So I'm looking at that saying, okay, what's it about? Well, it seems to be about Bernie Sanders saying there's a problem with Hillary Clinton. So they want the viewers to think that there is a problem, and they're using Bernie Sanders here to get the message across about not trusting Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation. So that's what I would say. They want the viewer to believe there's a problem with this foundation, and that they should question it. And because it's part of an election thing, it sounds to me like they're trying to get people to not vote for Clinton, or at least turn away from Clinton and maybe vote for Bernie Sanders instead. Seems pretty reasonable. Now, based on the images and words, what can you assume about the person who made it and about their beliefs? So, obviously, they're against Clinton, right? You can assume that. You can assume that on some level they are a Bernie Sanders supporter. Now, up here, I see their name. It says Born Liberal. So, based on that, I can assume it's a liberal organization. And again, to me, it sounds like they support Bernie Sanders. So that's what I can assume about them and their beliefs and their values, right? They are a liberal group or a liberal person who is arguing for supporting Bernie Sanders and not for Hillary Clinton, all right? So that's how I'd respond to that. And then, and keep in mind, as you're doing this, you're noting your response, and then under evidence, you're putting some details. So my evidence for that one would be that the name is Born Liberal, and I could put in a quote or something here about what Bernie Sanders says. And the next one is, who is it aimed at? What sort of person are they trying to persuade? So for that, you got to think, okay, who is going to look at this thing and say, okay, yeah, that makes sense, or it interests me? So when I look at it, I say, all right, it's aimed at somebody who might support Hillary because it's saying you got to question it, right? And certainly somebody who's interested in Bernie Sanders will be attracted to it. It wouldn't make sense for this to be aimed at someone on the other side of the spectrum, right? It wouldn't make sense that this is aimed at a Republican or a Trump supporter or something like that, because right here, with them being born liberal and it talking about voting for Bernie instead of Hillary, it really sounds to me like they're aiming towards one side. Now, when you're trying to figure out who they're aiming at, you can look at details in the image, you can look at details in the words. I mean, the image here, again, the picture of Bernie Sanders is going to attract certain people. So that tells me, again, about who they're aiming at, right? Somebody who's interested in Bernie or interested in Clinton, and they're trying to persuade them. Now, the last of the questions is an extension one, all right? It's there to challenge some of you. And if you want to answer it, great, but that's up to you. What type of persuasion are they using? And there's 3 main types. You can try to persuade someone through using facts, right? That's logos. You can try to get under them with emotion, make them feel angry or something like that. That's pathos. Or you can try taking a moral stance or using an authority figure. That would be ethos. All right? So when I look at this, what I see is they're quoting from an interview. So they're trying to use facts. So I would say, yep, in here, they're definitely using logos, saying, look at this quote, look at this evidence, the statistic, that's all logos. But then I look and say, well, clearly they're using Bernie Sanders here as a voice of authority, and they even bring up Jake Tapper. All right, these are two common figures. So for me, that's ethos. That's them using authority to try to persuade someone. Now, they could try to get emotional if they had some image in here that was meant to disgust you or make you feel angry or happy. If it creates an emotion in you, that's where you get pathos, where they try to make you feel a certain way. You see this stuff in advertisements all the time, right? So that's how I would walk through this. Again, you're looking at, okay, what's the post about? What is its goal? What are they trying to get someone to do or feel or believe? And that can come through the words, it can come through the image. You want to check the whole thing. All right. What can you assume about the person? Again, you got to think, what sort of person would be saying this? And look and see if it says who made the image. That's usually a big hint. All right, because that'll tell you who they are and sort of where they're coming from. Who's it aimed at? You got to think about who's going to be getting a response from this. And then finally, the techniques used. All right, so I know that was a bit lengthy, but I hope that helps you understand how to pursue this assignment and the sorts of things we're looking for. Again, you can use little bullet points. It doesn't need to be long-winded. It's going to be the starting point for a discussion in class when you're back in here. All right, thank you.